At the moment, we only know that the foreign ministries of both Armenia and Azerbaijan have confirmed their participation. We suspect that that will mean that the foreign ministers of those two countries will be in Moscow. Whether those talks will be face-to-face or whether they'll be via Russian intermediaries is not absolutely clear at the moment. When the Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokeswoman Maria Zakharova announced the fact of these talks a little bit earlier today, she used the word consultations. Obviously, Moscow will be hoping that they will be face-to-face talks. There is some positive energy here. The Armenian Prime Minister, Nikol Pashinyan, this morning said that he believed the only solution was a peaceful one. He warned, however, of Turkey's involvement supporting the Azeri side, saying that was dangerous not only for the region but for the world as a whole.
The FBI confirming in a sworn affidavit that their undercover agents had foiled a plot to kidnap the governor of the state of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, and supposedly put her on trial for treason. They say that this group have been described as violent extremists and belonging to a militia. 6 men have been arrested on these charges, and a further 7 charged with supposedly trying to storm the Capitol building in Michigan and seek a civil war. The authorities say that this plan to kidnap and abduct Gretchen Whitmer had been planned for months, taking her from her holiday home and even planning out rehearsals. Well, the affidavit also said that the FBI had become aware of the group's activity on social media. It's not been confirmed, but activists suggest that Facebook was that platform that they had used. Here in theCUBE, we have reached out to Facebook for a response on their role in the ongoing investigation.
In the United States, President Trump says he might return to the campaign trail as early as Saturday with a rally in Florida. Now that's just over a week after he was diagnosed with the coronavirus. The president made the comments in a television phone interview after his doctor cleared him to resume public engagements. But questions remain over whether President Trump could still be contagious. White House officials have declined to say when he last tested negative for COVID-19.
Russia has test-launched a hypersonic cruise missile and successfully hit a target in the Barents Sea. That was the news given by a senior commander to Vladimir Putin on Wednesday, his 68th birthday. Speaking to Putin by video link, Valery Gerasimov, chief of the Army's General Staff, said the test strike on Tuesday was carried out from the Admiral Gorshkov vessel in the White Sea in northern Russia. Putin said the test is a big event not only for the military, but for Russia as a whole. And he said arming Russia's military with the newest weapons systems will ensure the defence capabilities of Russia in the long term. Gerasimov said the Zircon hypersonic cruise missile hit its target at a distance of 450 kilometres in just 4.5 minutes. It reached hypersonic speeds of more than 8 times the speed of sound.
Anger in Bangladesh over the latest instance of violence against women. Students have been leading protests in the capital Dhaka for days to speak out against rape and other crimes against females. The protests flared after a video was posted online showing men stripping and beating a woman from a disadvantaged community. The clip was shared tens of thousands of times on Facebook before being taken down. Since the coronavirus pandemic and imposition of lockdowns, the number of rapes in Bangladesh has increased. Between April and August this year, 4 women have been raped every day.
Our top story this hour, activists and relatives protested outside the headquarters of the Hong Kong government flying service, accusing the government of lying over the circumstances surrounding the capture of 12 Hong Kong activists. The 12 Hong Kong activists were arrested by Chinese authorities over 6 weeks ago, as they were attempting to flee by boat to Taiwan. They are accused of crimes tied to anti-government protests in Hong Kong last year. The family said that they had obtained the flight path of a Hong Kong government plane showing it was surveying the boat the 12 were in. They are being held in the Chinese city of Shenzhen after mainland authorities intercepted their boat and accused them of illegal border crossing. They have been termed by China as separatists.
Капец, все здание сгорело. Девочки, это просто ужас.
Hoping for the best but expecting the worst, a frantic search off Esperance. The alarm raised just before 11 a.m. by a witness reporting a gruesome shark attack at Kelpbeds Beach. A surfboard located, but not the man it belonged to. Since 2006, there have been at least 5 shark attacks off Esperance, 2 deadly. Diver Gary Johnson taken by a great white in January, and 3 years ago, teen Letitia Brower killed at the same surf break at the centre of today's search, and that was heaving with swimmers. A shark sighted at the same beach and reported just over an hour before the attack.
Sophie Petronin settled in Mali about 20 years ago to help children. The doctor founded an association to treat those suffering from malnutrition, working in Gao. On October 24, 2016, she was abducted by gunmen. A group ideologically close to Al-Qaeda claimed responsibility for that attack 6 months later. President Emmanuel Macron said France was working hard to free her, while hinting that the country will not give in to the terrorist demands of ransom. At the time, Petronin's family had accused the government of not doing enough for her release. In 2018, the hostage-takers issued videos showing the doctor, who seemed weak. Petronin has been ill. Her family, though, said it had proof she was getting her medication during her captivity.
Central Jakarta turned into a battleground as protesters clashed with riot police. For a third day, violent rallies have erupted across the country. In the worst clashes, demonstrators set fire to government buildings and a police post. Officers responded with force, filling the streets with tear gas. Indonesian workers and students are outraged at sweeping new laws passed on Monday designed to boost the economy that they say will threaten jobs and erode their wages. Hundreds of people have been detained since Tuesday. 2 are in hospital with head injuries, and at least 6 police officers were also wounded.